I think it is yesterday or day before, one of my cousins sent me a message, and I'm in touch with this cousin of mine. Send me a message, hey Loy, we have created a WhatsApp group. Okay, and that WhatsApp group is filled with all the brothers and sisters, the cousins of our generation. Means when we were born, that kind of era. No parents, and obviously no, if they're young children after us. Now them, it's just us. Okay. So I wanted to ask you if you would like to be added. And almost immediately I said, no, I prefer not to. I don't want to. I'm in touch with you. That's enough. And if anyone wants to get in touch with me, they can do it one-to-one. I don't need a group. She said, fine, I totally understand. I kind of had the feeling that you would say that. I said, I appreciate it. Okay. In fact, it was a couple of months ago that I also had another request. That was a guy who knew me from many years in my school days. It's kind of not actually schoolmate, means classmate. He's a schoolmate. He was 1-2 years a junior or senior or whatever. So he sent me a message that we are creating this group on WhatsApp where all the school guys, 30 years ago, the school guys who knew each other are being added. And he said, almost everyone is asking about you, man. He's saying you are always remembered, you are always known. And they are saying, hey, bring Loy, it'll be nice to have him. And there also I declined it and I said, no, I prefer not to. But in his case, he was like, hey, come on, man, it'll bring back nostalgia and all that. And everyone's like waiting for you to join and talk to you. And obviously, they're not going to be like before, going to rag you and all that. Because, has to be ragged a lot. And he's saying, we are all grown. And he even shared photographs of our school and old. It really brought back wonderful memories. Yet I declined it. Okay. And finally he tried, and then he said, say, okay, fine. Let's do this. If any time you want to join, you just let me know. He's saying, I'll be more than happy to have you part of the group. I said, fine. And that was that. Now the question is, why did I say no? Isn't it nice to be in touch with old relatives, old friends? Now, obviously, not everyone has bad memories like I do, means with my parents and some of my relatives. But then the rest of the people, we don't have bad memories and moments, right? But why did I say no? And why is it that I recommend do not join? In fact, even with my clients or students, whatever, I tell them don't join these groups. Just don't. So what is the reason? Well, I'll give you a factual example of what happened so that you understand. This was, now I'm 46, so obviously 36, 37. That means, say, around 10 years ago. There was a group that was created for my classmates. Okay, not schoolmates, not anything. And 2-3 guys took the initiative to get in touch with all the classmates of our time, which nobody had done. And that time it was new. And they asked me, Loy, would you like to join? I almost immediately jumped the gun and I said, oh, definitely yes. And we all joined in. And I'll tell you, there was so much of excitement, so much of madness, so much of, it was unbelievable. I mean, every day, there were more than, every hour, there were more than 200 or 500 messages. We had to switch off the notification. It was that exciting. And everyone like, hey man, what you doing? And where are you? Remember that, remember this. We went on a exciting spree for nearly, I think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And you're talking of not just 1 hour, 8 hours, 9 hours, constantly sending messages, talking, chatting with each other. And people exchanged numbers, they got in touch. Okay. But like this, the honeymoon phase is always there. So it was the honeymoon phase. However, after that, after the first initial excitement, and obviously the language that was being used there was what you do with your friends, which I found a little bit strange. But then I was like, okay, what the hell? Like they would say, hey, motherfucker, hey, bastard, hey, son of a bitch, you're balls, you're this, you're that. Hey, fuckface, hey, dickface, hey, this and that. And, that kind of language, which we used to have, as young wannabe, cool guys. I found that a little funny, but I was like, okay. But we were just playing around. However, after the excitement got over, then people started, some people were still, hey, dick face, hey, ugly face, hey, hey, bastard, hey, you motherfucker, hey. And it was no longer funny. So, we just ignored it. Some were still active, some were still sharing. And I started sharing news and updates and all that. And then obviously I wanted to add value to the group. So I was sharing news and all. So then people started to, my school classmates started to rag me. They were like, oh, look at Loy as LNN and oh, the great newscaster. Oh, finally someone has to give him a job. And they would start all this stuff. I ignored it. That was also fine. But then they started, and this is where the problem started. They started bringing old issues, old wounds, and some of it wasn't funny. They tried it with me, they tried it with another guy. And slowly, tension started building up. You could actually feel it. Like one guy said, what the fuck have you done? And, you're a piece of shit. And, oh, your job. They went a little personal. And then obviously, the guy like, man, are you kidding me? Are you talk? Is this what you have to talk in this group? And then obviously the guys who created the group jumped in and, cooled down the drama. But we could feel the tension, then people kept quiet. And when anyone would put any sensible request or try to have a decent conversation, it would still go with that sarcasm, some of them. Finally, it came to a point where 2-3 guys started to fight and one guy left and second guy left, third guy left. It was only a matter of time, I guess, before it was me, and it did happen. One of my bullies was there that time, but obviously I became bigger, stronger than him, and it was a old chapter, but the wounds were still there. So we started, we were talking about something, and eventually we ended up, this guy jumped in butting heads, and because he was one of the moderators, to show me that he's in power, Loy, how I can respond to you? I was like, yeah, how? He kicked me out of the group. And I didn't like that. Okay, means we are chatting with each other. And when he responded, when I was about to respond, he booted me out of the group. And then after like 5 minutes, I was like, what the fuck? He added me back. And then like, ha, 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 ha. And then he kicked me out again. And then after 5-10 minutes, he added me back. Ha, ha, ha. And the third time when he added me, I was like, I just want you to know I don't find this funny anymore. I, gave him my peace of mind. And I said, forget it, I'm leaving the group. I left. I didn't find it funny. So then he added and they all say, hey, come on, man, chill pill. And they sent me private messages. Okay, again, I kept quiet. I cooled off. However, again, some drama took place after some time, which I can't recollect what happened. But the third time was when I shared an update and I gave an opinion about UAE, the market. And then the same guy or somebody kicked me out and said, they just kicked me out. And then one guy sends me a message, if people are not comfortable with your these opinions and spamming the group. And I just kept quiet. I was like, you guys convinced me to join. And then you had all that excitement, which was good. But then all the drama took place. And now you're kicking me out because I have an opinion. And that also, I didn't attack anyone personally. I just gave an opinion about the economy without saying anything bad specifically to anyone. I just realized the whole exercise was just taxing for my emotions, the feelings. And when I looked at the whole timeline, I realized, yes, it did bring back nostalgia, but it was a waste of time, utter waste of time. Because none of these people, none, not a single one, added any value to me. In fact, later on, after I think I came back here, after 6, 7, 8 years, one of them got in touch with me and he was telling me how they are bitching about me and talking about us. And then one other guy got in touch and he was saying, hey, they were saying you are like this, you are like that. And I was like, oh man, I don't have time for this shit here. You know, just gossipy. And eventually I found out those people who were talking the loudest in the group, they were either jobless or they didn't have any money or they're living on other people's favors or and then like, and they were trying to brag and show off. So I realized it was just a waste of time, man. Total, utter waste of time. See, you might have nostalgia, you might have, wow, good memories, but that doesn't mean that individual will have anything worthwhile to add to your life. Yes, it'll bring back good old memories, but maybe that guy has become a jackass. Maybe they have become like if that connecting bond was not there, maybe if you'd interact with this individual, you'd find this person being very toxic or useless, or maybe if you never knew this person, you'd never interact with this person. Because we change with time. We change a lot. I realized it was a total waste of time. And this whole group, this being together as friends or whatever, ended up being the same problem that you face on social media. Gossipy people are there. Snoopy people are there. Then there are people who just speak negative, speak shit. Absolute horrendous. Absolute. And like they say, familiarity breeds contempt. The people who know you treat you with the highest amount of disrespect. And I had enough. And then imagine, after 4, 5, 6 years, these guys, part of the group, are still sharing gossipy stuff. Oh, they were still gossiping and bitching about you. And man, I don't need to hear this. Yeah, come on, please. And the only other guy, one other chap, got in touch with me and he was trying to tell me that, he left the group after they spoke bad about me. And Loy, bro, you need anything, you need any money, you ask me, man. You ask me. I immediately asked him, yeah, send me some money to support my work. With all the big ball talk he was giving. When he said, ask me anything, Loy, anytime you need. You ask me now, I'll give it to you now. No questions asked. I said, give me $100. Give me now. He didn't give me. He quickly ended the call. Sir, why do you need to be in touch with such people? Now, I'm not saying that my bunch of classmates or schoolmates are the same with you. Maybe you have better quality friends or a better experience, or maybe it's not them, it is me. Maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe I'm irritating. Maybe I never fit into that kind of culture. Okay? So I'm not saying they are bad, I'm good, or maybe it's not a fit. Okay? But I think it all comes down to what is your priority in life. For me right now, the priority in my life is my work, money, family, health. And in the larger scheme of things of what is important, the other areas are relaxation, fun. I like to play games. I like to do exercise. I like to read educational stuff. And when you finish all this, spending time with wife, family, shopping, responsibilities, work, clients, where do you have time here? Where do you have time? Do you have time to divert your energy, attention to all this nonsense? Yeah, nostalgia for some time. But at some point it loses hey buddy, see this bird? How are you? Not flying? Not afraid? Whee! So, at some point it loses its, I don't know, that the amazing feeling, you just lose it here. For me, do I regret joining? No, I don't regret. It brought back a flood of memories. But its value or its welcome carpet was worth only 2 weeks. And I should have left the group. All it did was give me a bad taste in the mouth that I got in touch with them. And guess what? I blocked all of them, each and every one of them. Never to be in touch with them again. I don't want to know. In fact, when one of them tried to get in touch with me, I just blocked him. All from every social media. I don't want to know them at all. So finally it comes down to my relatives. I told my cousin, like, yeah, you want to know, if they want to get in touch with me, one-to-one. Because here's my thinking. Being a part of the group, do what? Share news, share information about yourself, share photographs of yourself. You can do that by following on social media. Chit-chat with each other. What is going to happen? You'll end up giving them some information, and then someone will have an opinion, then some misunderstanding, then some drama, then someone will say something that will be hurtful, then someone has to step in and, hey, listen, just chill pill, then gossip. Instead of that, keep a far distance. No need all the drama, no need all the crap. Like they say, distance make the heart go fonder. We chat once a while, or maybe once a year. Hey, hi, how are you? Hey, fine, man. Or if you need something, hey, listen, I need this, I need that, fine. Bye-bye. Go your way, you do your thing, I do my thing. That's how life is, and that is how life should be. As we grow older, we have our own list of priorities and our own shit to handle here. Who has time for all this bullshit? So yeah, that was what happened, and that was the overall experience. That is the reason why I prefer not to keep in touch with anybody. The further you are, the far you are, the better. Hi, doggy. It's a very cute doggy. Hi, doggy. It's a nice, cute dog. I like it. Wish I could pet it. Sometimes you like to pet cute dogs. Huh? So yeah, let me know if, what do you think? What are your opinions? If your family and all that formed a group, yeah, get together once a while, just meet, hey, old times, party, fine, that is okay. But being in touch in a group where everyone shares everything, and is there any use? Anyway, you let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think I was right? Do you think I was wrong? Are you part of any of these family groups? Or are you also like me? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say. Alright? Guys, take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.